The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Dial her number, ring-a-ling-doo, but she just let it ring. Boy, you get swing, you get swing, you got no thing, 'cause you get swing, you get swing, you get swing, you get no thing, 'cause you get swing. Hey!
It is a swinging Friday. Yes, I said it. This is Garth on Roseboro with your program, Guardian Radio Today, 96.9 FM. And after just listening to the news, we had Say Nuri before that, along with Aaron Green and Dwight Strawn with Morning Blend. And now it's your turn. It's your turn here between the hours of 12 and 2 to say what you got to say. But if any swinging going on around here, I doing the swinging because I don't like to get swing. And, you know, we going into a holiday weekend. I'm sitting here with none other than Darvin. That's Darvin with a D like in dog or like dapper. This is Darvin Russell. And we're just trying to make sure that you have a safe and productive weekend. This is a holiday weekend as we look forward to Monday celebrations and relaxation. And today is Darvin's day to bring to you a program that he does believe that is extremely important at this time. I myself have stayed away from your politics. I told you I'm staying away from your politics. Until it makes sense to me, I don't want to talk no politics. But you people keep trying. Darvin laughed at me and said, oh, yesterday you tried. And they were successful until Miss Debbie Bartlett came along. And she was able to keep you away from me. And she did such a fine job as we gave her the shout-outs and the accolades that was so deserving. And she is a part of our team. We thank her for her humility to be counted as such. And we look forward to her presence from time to time right here on Guardian Radio Today, as long as we are filling in. Once again, we're only filling in. We're here in a temporary status. We have volunteered ourselves to be here because we were requested to be here. And at the time when it is filled, of course, in this life, when you leave one puddle, you got to find yourself another puddle or you die. And so you can encourage Bahamians everywhere who believe as if they are not dispensable. Please understand, no. And you need to continue to grow yourself. Take some night classes, Darvin Russell. Do some business courses. Encourage your company to say, you know what, can you offer some accounting classes? Can you offer some communication classes? Maybe you can offer us maybe some language classes like Spanish or Creole. These things are things that you can ask your employer about and to make your presence in the corporation much more significant. That means that you make yourself even much more irreplaceable. So I'm only just saying that to you just as a word of advice. This is Garth Minard Roseboro once again, Guardian Radio Today. And Darvin, before I give you the microphone, I just want to share this with you. Being the holiday weekend, you all know I like fishing. There are 3 fish I want you to stay away from this holiday weekend.
All right.
You could name any of those 3, Darvin Russell?
Sound like barracuda.
Barracuda's one. I know, but you smart. That's AI. Give me another 2. Let me see if you got another 2 in you.
If you get lionfish.
Well, I ain't know about that one. I mean, lion. I hear it tastes good, but if you prepared right, you're good.
Too, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't. That one is okay by me.
Bonefish.
One more guess.
Porgy.
Why you missing Amber Jack and Horse-Eye Jack?
Why you want the people to stay away from them?
Okay, you people out there who know, Kermit.
Let me know.
You see how Kermit look at me? Kermit laughing. Kermit falling down on the ground laughing.
I only eat 2 fish.
No. You gotta
got to tell me, man. Man, educate me and the people.
You the Bahamian people what I want y'all to do, I can give Darvin this mic. I ain't saying another word. If you know about amberjack, see, this is a Bahamian thing, a real Bahamian thing. Darvin ain't them real Bahamian. He's them upper class Bahamian. See, now he can throw rock back at me. He say he's throwing rock.
No, that's okay.
When you know what you know, I want y'all to come and call and like Muff Roll and Popper and them other crew there and you lovely ladies with Sims who gave me that beautiful book yesterday. I want y'all to call in and educate Darvin Russell on amberjack and horse-eye jack.
Okay.
And then another one, if you want to add to that, is the blackfin rockfish. See, they all taste good.
Okay.
They're off the chain. But I want them to tell you the consequences of eating those things on this holiday weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sitting here with none other than my very good friend, a very good business partner, someone that I can always count on to be a friend. And even just yesterday, I was in the car driving with some people, and we were talking about beekeeping, and I could just never get that picture in my mind. Darvin Russell running like Carl Johnson down the road when the bees attacked me. I mean, those knees were up to his shoulders. The gentleman was pumping. I mean, he was gone. One thing with Bahamian people, we know how to talk, and we know how to run. Call on the line. You want to talk to Darvin before he starts? Go ahead, caller.
Hey, Grace, how you doing?
Good afternoon, my brother.
Doing good.
Boys, if you eat rockfish, right, you can prepare to be on the toilet bowl for these 24 hours.
All right.
24 hours.
That's
This one said
rockfish.
24 hours. That's the rockfish.
So
that's the black fin one, not the yellow fin one, the black one.
What's the problem with amberjack?
Huh?
The black one, you better get a big bowl, a Pepto-Bismol, right?
My
The
Lord.
maximum strength. Maximum strength. And put one pillow by the toilet bowl because you're going to be there all night.
And what's the problem with amberjack?
Amberjack? Boy, I know too much about that, but it sounds like you can be doing a lot of throwing up.
See?
Okay, well, he don't know about the amber. He know about the rockfish, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the rockfish. Oh, yeah.
So the blackfin rockfish is the one that got me last. That's the last one to poison me. And I tell you how they got me, caller. They got me because my friend Q, who used to work at Paradise Island, brought it out to the beach in South Beach.
Yes.
And I thought it was some big group. I only see the head.
Yeah.
I didn't see the blackfin. And I gave it to my other friend, Mr. Ambrister. And Mr. Ambrister was using a grinder to cut up the head where it was so big. And he calls me and he said, "Boy, God, boy, this fish tastes so good." I said, "My God, it's a good boiled fish." And only him one eating this boiled fish. I say, "My Lord, I got to get some of this boiled fish." And I said, "Okay, what I can do, I can leave home and I can get some of that when I go to the beach."
Okay.
I went down there and I got my share. And I started mashing in the car.
Yeah.
And he eating the second bowl. By the time I got from right there halfway between Porky's gas station and the beach, right there by Broken Villa Drive, right there. I drove from there to the beach. I gave a good friend, Don Pinder, some of the gravy, because he wanted to get the water park.
Yeah.
But I then sucked them bone good.
Try.
And I was there trying to play domino.
And some start rumbling.
I thank God for the ocean, man. I had no Scott. I had no Kleenex. I just had God Ocean. But the next call on the line, go ahead. Caller, go ahead.
Hello?
Call you on the air.
Hey, my friend.
Garth.
And Nico, tell me about these fish, man.
Well, I was calling in to make sure you don't get these people sick, man. Amberjack, the blackfin, horse-eye jack, even hogfish. What happens is it's called Cicatara poisoning.
Okay.
Now, it causes a great deal of discomfort, but it can also kill you by dehydration. Now, what it's caused from is little fish eating the blue-green algae on the reefs. Then the bigger ones eat them. Then and the Cicatara is a neurotoxin. So what that ends up doing is staying in the bone of the fish itself and contaminates the primarily barracudas, who are predominantly reef dwellers. You catch them out in the ocean, but that's neither here nor there. But you got to be very, very careful if you're going to play Russian roulette. Be prepared to pay the consequences. And being a neurotoxin, it's stored in your spinal column. So the next time you eat a fish, be it a rainbow jack, whatever it is, and has a slight tinge of it, you are going to get that neurotoxin twice as bad, if not 4 times as bad.
So is that all amberjack and rockfish, or
amberjack? I'll tell you a funny story. We were in a tuna tournament and we were in Harbor Island. and these Americans caught this giant amberjack. It was probably about 95, 98 pounds.
Jesus.
It was a 6-foot-long fish. And they said, oh, we're going to eat dinner tonight. Well, and I turned to the lady, I said, you eat that or just touch it, you're dead.
Wow.
So you got to be very, very careful. The larger the fish, the more dangerous, but just like anything else, it depends how much neurotoxin is actually in the fish.
And it's the nature of their diet that those specific
much,
fish species that eat that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
It's a lot of fish, like Garth said. The blackwing, we call them blackwing, but it's a blackfin rockfish, is terrible, and the yellowfin is not.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the hogfish that I love. I don't eat it anymore because of this. You got to be very, very careful. Very, very careful.
Man, Nico Moscow, I appreciate that, man.
Thank you for that education.
You're a real fisherman.
One fisherman to the next.
Yeah,
yes,
man.
sir. See, let me tell you how I go. I love me some barracuda. And Carla, go ahead, because I mean, Gabby just came in. I tried to entertain Darvin.
He already done divide the show. The show even ain't started good yet.
I don't even start this on the commercial break.
Go ahead, man.
But go ahead, Carla.
Hey, Purdy, you know taste good before you go?
This ain't Purdy,
You
though.
ever taste stuffed bonefish before?
Yeah, but this ain't Purdy.
Stuffed bonefish?
This Garth.
Yeah, stuffed. Oh, God, sorry. Stuff, you all do sound just alike. You all do my his brother.
Let me run this at Augustin's College.
Stuffed bonefish.
I never had it stuffed. I had it baked.
Boy, that tastes good, boy. That's dangerous.
I want to know what tastes good. I want to know what is make my people sick, because I appreciate your call, though. It does taste good.
Caller.
Thank you so much. So Darvin, I now by my good friend, by Hammer and Hank, they close now, so I could call their business name. My good classmate Rico
Used to be in the streets.
and one. So know this. So we there playing domino now with his daddy, Bobby Clinton, the late Bobby Clinton, and I get hungry, man. I mean, hungry bad. So one fella, I don't know if you remember John. John has one eye, but John was in our training class for Gold Train for beekeeping.
Okay.
So John on the grill.
This the second poisoning incident?
I might get poisoned plenty time, but watch this now. John there by the grill on Soldier Road, right there under one tent, and he got one barracuda almost like 3 feet long. I look at the barracuda and I say, John said, God, you want to try some of this? And I'm watching everybody eat this barracuda. I said, nah, ain't no way all us can get poisoned. Okay. So I said, okay, I hungry bad. So I eat the first piece because I just ate one little hottie potty from next door.
Yeah.
And one Gatorade. So I eat the first piece. My God, that steak was so big and thick and so juicy. So the woman say,
you want another one?
Say, mister, you ain't scared? I said, mister, if you know how good this tastes, I said, I can get me another piece. And I ate another piece. So, that night I drove home. I got home like around 11:30 or so at night. I sit in front of my house. I live way out west, right? Yeah. I sit in my car. I had a little white Toyota RAV4 then. And my stomach say, rup. I said, Jesus.
It say rup, God.
I said, Jesus. I said, oh, Lord. I said, God, whatever you do, I don't need this tonight. So I go on inside and I go on sleep.
Yeah. Oh, you go on sleep?
I pray to Jesus. Okay. I don't get this thing. 4 o'clock shot. I don't know how fishes wake exactly when the hand hit the hour mark. 4 o'clock in the morning, I sit up like how Lazarus came forth. Straight up. Whoop. I said, oh Lord. I said, this is it. So my bedroom is 20 foot by 20 foot. My bedroom is 10 foot across the floor because I my bed in the center.
Yes, sir.
Then I got to get to the walk-in closet.
Yes.
That's another 15 by whatever. Yeah, whatever that is, by 20.
Have to run a football field.
Then I got to go through the door to get to my master bath and matrone all the way to the wall. I tell you how far I got to go. When nurse found me, it was the next morning. I was on the floor.
Yes.
Now the porcelain floor, they cold. That's cold floor. Cold. I get them Versace tiles, but they cold. And when she found me, I was on the floor. The only thing that saved me that night was apple cider vinegar, the Bragg's apple cider vinegar.
Yes.
You give me that with some lime in it.
Yes, sir.
And then you regurgitate. Okay. And then the following day, I had to drink Gatorade all day to get the electrolytes back into my body. That's what is up to happen when you do this fish thing. Yeah. So caller, I see you on the line. I'm going to let you call back and tell you a little story. But today, we've been joined by Gabby Mackenzie Enius. But I said today is Darvin's show, and she's very well aware, so she came to give him some love and some support. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to reset the show. Give me that song again, because I ain't got just swing Darvin. Caller, you want to say something quick? Say something quick, caller. Go ahead, quick. Because look like I swinging Darvin. I know he don't like to get swing either. Go ahead, caller. Caller, you on the line. Go ahead, caller.
The F&M got swing, Darvin, and...
Oh, Jesus, Lord. Give him a song. They trying me. They trying me, Kermit. That fish can swing you.
You get engaged from 73, but he said he won't know what he getting before he married. You still single in 2003, cause he said, why buy the cow when you can get the milk free, girl? You get swing, you get swing, you got no ring.
Brings you Bold Louisiana Crunch. Our hand-breaded chicken tenders, tortilla with lettuce, cheese, and pickles. Available in 3 bold flavors: classic, spicy, and honey mustard. Our new wraps prove that big flavors come in small packages. Try the new chicken wrap today. Available for a limited time only.
Great news! Ron's Electric Motors' new location on Cowpen Road, right next to Island Luck, is open Saturdays and Sundays. So for those needing repairs on electric motors, generators, welding machines, water pumps, battery chargers, electric lifts, transformers, and power tools, Ron's Cowpen Road location can have you up and running on weekends. Don't forget, you can still visit Ron's Electric Motors on Wolf Road and Claridge Road, and now Ron's new location on Cowpen Road. Dial 356-0249 or 323-5267.
This October, let's come together for hope, support, and strength.
It's the Sister Breast Cancer Support Group Dollar Day, happening Friday, October 17th from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on the grounds of the Nassau Guardian, Carter Street, Oaksville.
And the best part? With just $1, you can help make a difference in the fight against breast cancer. Every dollar counts towards awareness, education, and support for women battling this disease.
Come on out, drop $1 and stand with us for a cause that touches so many lives.
Join us on Friday, October 17th from 7 to 10 a.m. and let's turn every dollar into hope.
That's the Sister Breast Cancer Dollar Day, proudly sponsored by the Guardian Media Group, Star 106.5 and the Guardian Radio 96.9.
Get swing, you got no ring. Get swing, you done get swing. Get swing. Swing!
Good afternoon, everybody. You are back listening, and we are joined by our partner in crime, Gabby, today. Of course, Garth, as usual, has hijacked the show, talking foolishness about fish poisoning, when I know I tell him what we were supposed to talk about today, but that's what you could do when you're the chief executive officer. Today, for those of you that are going to be contributing and talking to us and joining this conversation, the numbers today are 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. To our Family Island callers, the number is 242-300-5720. And you know you all love to text on WhatsApp, and the number is 422-4796. So, Garth, this week I was talking to one of my friends, and we were having another one of our great conversations, as we usually do when we get together. And we were talking about the state of the affairs of the nation. But one of the things that came up during that conversation is what we're going to talk to the audience tonight or this afternoon about. And it's really trying to get an understanding and a definition of what is the Bahamian Dream. You know, many of you in the list, I'm pretty sure Gabby knows, I've lived in the U.S. for quite some time before moving back home. And one of the things that you're always aware of in the U.S. is that what an average American considers the American dream. Family, children, a pet, a white picket fence, and a house. That's just their thing, right? And I have struggled my whole life trying to articulate in a very concise way, is that as monolithic for Bahamians, and what does that even look or sound like? Is it universal? Is it ubiquitous? And so I would like to really get an understanding from the audience and from Bahamians far and wide what they believe the Bahamian Dream is. So today is a 3-part question day. So when they ventilated on that, then we can talk about parts 2 and 3. But I have my idea of a Bahamian dream, but I will reserve my definition that I finally came up with after I hear from the audience. But without further ado, Gabby, good afternoon. Say good afternoon to the audience. And what do you believe is the Bahamian dream, Gabby?
Good afternoon, everyone. Darvin, good afternoon. Garth, thank you all for having me join you today. Wow, Darvin, I remember you talking about this on a previous show where we sat in this space. We really didn't get to dig deep. So I'm very interested in the statistics, the information that you're going to bring forth to our listeners today on this. And I chuckled when you talked about the Bahamian dream, because at one point, it's always joked about that the Bahamian dream was to buy a Honda and move to Atlantis.
That was my little.
So it was a running joke among Bahamians.
Yes,
if you wasn't going over that bridge and driving a Honda,
the Honda had to be tinted too.
It had to be.
Yeah.
On 22s or 4s.
Absolutely.
It got to make sense,
yes,
David. That's
yes.
the Bahamian dream. That was the Bahamian dream, guy.
Right.
Yeah.
When you have to be going over that bridge, it was the then Kersner International.
Yes.
And before that, I believe for many Bahamians, your parents would tell you, you got to get a government job.
Okay.
That was the dream. You go to school, you spend all these years in schools, get a government job. Because once that generation, I believe, felt like that was security for them. Once you got on there, it doesn't matter what you did. It's going to be very, very hard for them to get rid of you.
Yes.
So for the Bahamian dream, I believed for many decades has been security.
Okay. That encapsulates all of those elements.
All of those elements.
And I remember, to add a fourth thing to that, is if you were raised by old people, like I always say, they talked about buying a piece of the rock. Having a piece of property was always aspirational. No matter how poor your family was, buying a piece of property was absolutely a part of that equation. What was your take? What's your belief with the Bahamian dream?
Don't forget about the sweethearts now.
My Lord, let's keep it positive. My Lord.
I mean, you can't.
Let's stay safe, Gabby. Gabby, let's stay safe today.
If we could really talk about the dream, you can't forget about the sweethearts.
I rebuke you, Gabby.
You can't forget about that.
Shane Lyon,
God, stay focused.
Shane Lyon.
God, stay focused.
I mean, come on, because even Grammy didn't know she had to take care of them children on the side there.
See, where y'all jumping is y'all have not even yet defined the difference between a wish and a dream.
All right, go ahead. Talk.
That's two different conversations. See, when you wishing, you wishing for some things. When you dreaming, yeah, man, you talk about long term.
Yeah,
that's how I see it. You know, so when you growing up, the first thing you wish for is you wish for a little girlfriend in school. So Gabby is right. Be looking for the woman or the man or whoever you with. I ain't getting y'all marching on business today. I tell you, stay out of politics.
Yes, sir.
And you wish to get out of school. Me, Jesus, Lord, I used to pray every day, God, I just want to finish high school so I could be a man.
My Lord.
And I wish to get out of my parents' house. See, I can't dream yet because I just got these wishes.
Yes.
You see, the dream starts when you get out of wishing isn't going to be sufficient to sustain me for a lifetime.
All right.
There's a lot of wishes. Like I wish for the Honda Accord. I wish to work to Atlantis. Those are wishes.
Yes.
The dream is that long-term goal that says, you know what? This is going to change my socio-economic position for my entire life.
All right.
So when I was in school, the gal ain't even had no job. She just looked pretty with a little ponytail and them school uniforms be off the chain.
Yes, yeah.
Man, anyway, I won't get that.
Focus, yes.
I will be focused. You see, so and then you learn that but I try not to get in trouble today. You got to have the car, like Gabby say. Because if you want the top gal, you got to. You wouldn't even talk about no house yet, no picket fence. No. You get one car. Then you find out she like a little dog. So you get one little pit bull and you realize that she was scared of pit bull, so you get one of them little poodle just so you could get some. It's all vicious.
But you had money. You be buying gals.
But it's I just wishing. We just wishing. That's all we do. We just wishing. You see, for me, a dream for me would have been, I want to be a successful executive at a corporation.
All right.
That's a totally different story.
Okay.
So in order to be successful in a corporation, then I need to consider where am I going to elevate myself, what school I'm going to attend, what school has a successful track record, what I'm prepared to do to endure in order to succeed in this educational environment. When I come out, who are my friends? Who's the circle of my friends? My circle now has to change. We ain't shooting marbles from Darvin Russell data. We want to see what the data says. We want to see, when we do our analysis, what this is going to break down to. So then, when I get to that point, then the natural man comes out of me, because the dream and your nature has to work together. And the nature says to me, my mom from Mayagüera, my great-grandmother from Acklands, my great-grandparents from Andros. And so what I tell you, I want a 2 or 3 story house with a big yard.
Okay.
See, now it starts making sense. I don't want no Honda Accord, man. I don't normal. I want Mercedes. I want BMW. I want, and see, now I learning the dream like that. I could turn into a nightmare. So I know when I pull up, I used to go to this fella named Telly. I don't know if he's still open. But when you go to Telly, boss, you better pull out some money, man. So now I know how to use Toyota. I used to drive only Toyota. But the dream, Darvin Russell, I don't think we can properly define the dream, because even myself, when I was a pastor, I'm a very righteous man. I'm a very righteous man. I love the Lord. And one night I was laying in my bed in South Andros, and I hear the plane them buzzing. And I said, God, I wonder if the briefcase fall, what I can do. I say, you know what, I only want the money. I only wishing for the money, but that's not a dream. The dream isn't, I can be rich one day. That's a wish. The dream says I set a goal, and those goals I work toward. It's not something that's going to come to me automatically or out of the atmosphere. A goal has to be set in order for me to accomplish a dream. That's how I feel.
But guess what, God? A lot of persons, for them, obtaining that Honda was acclamation of them living the dream.
What dream?
For them to be able to, they might have been the first person in their family to own a vehicle that wasn't walking, hiking, catching a bus. That, to them, might have been the first step. Listen, no one in my family ever owned a car, vehicle. So for them, that is the dream. No one in my family was able to make this amount of money, because these jobs in hospitality make money. So for them, the second they was able to put that car, they could afford to put that car on not just the regular tires, they on 22s and 24s. That's this visionary now for them, God.
That's visionary for them?
You have to realize, for some persons,
that's a dream?
For some persons, that is their dream. That's what they saw. Listen to me. I see my uncle here hustling, begging for $1. For me, I could get that job over at Kirsner International. I got to get over there. That is my dream. When I come out of school, what was happening? It is, I see everybody making that money over the bridge. My dream is to come out of school and get over that bridge.
But your dream is to be an employee?
For some people, that's a reality.
You got a call on the line. Go ahead, caller.
What's the Bahamian Dream, caller? What's your idea of the Bahamian Dream? You're on with Darvin, Gabby, and Garth. Call back, caller. Sorry, we took long to get to you. But so, there are several themes that I hear resonating between the two of you.
Okay.
You're both talking about, for example, security. Security looks like, for Gabby, she mentioned a job, a specific job, a government job. For you, and Gabby as well, a hotel job. For you, you want to be an executive. Security to me also sounds like home ownership. That's another element of security. The other thing that both of you talked about was a partner, a spouse, whether that's in a marital setting or not. You want to be coupled up with somebody. And then the third thing that I heard was some material possession, something that identifies with being successful. Whether in Gabby's example, it was a car. in your example, it was an attainment of a certain level of financial status. So if you think about it, maybe the way that it manifests may differ by generation. It might differ by socioeconomic standing, but it's still common. And I'm trying to encapsulate the commonality. Caller, you're on the air with Darvin, Gabby, and Garth. You're on Guardian today. What is the Bahamian dream as you see it? Go ahead, caller.
Hey, boy, you talking about that was the Bahamian Dream? That's still a Bahamian
That's what I'm asking.
What's still a Bahamian Dream? What that is?
Define it. You define it for you.
A government job.
Okay.
And now it changed from Honda to Aki.
Oh, the
Okay,
accurate,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
They want Aki now. They upgrade in 2025. They want Aki.
It's upgraded.
So what's the big deal then? What's the big deal with having a government job? Let me hear you, caller, define the dream of a government job, because that's what I want to know, Darvin Russell. Why so much people want to wait for government and they don't pay no money?
No, they don't pay no money, right? People still looking for a pension plan.
Right.
Security.
I'll give you a prime example right now, right? I'm in a private company right now, right? And people in the company trying to get a government job. Because at the end of the day, at least you get benefits at the end of the day on a government job.
So on the government job, Darvin Russell, on the government
Thank
job,
you, caller.
y'all want this government job, but y'all want to strike every year. On this government job, y'all don't get paid enough. On this government job, y'all complaining. On the government job, that's your dream?
They want the security enough to know that if push come to shove, during the pandemic, government workers were home for the entirety of the time, receiving full salaries. Private entities said, we can't keep you, you got to go, we got to furlough you, we got to lay you off, however that looks. So for a lot of people, the amount of money they're receiving at the time doesn't matter. It's the security of the what ifs that might happen. Will I still be able? Right now, securities was running the road during the pandemic. It didn't matter who you thought you was. You could have been the biggest CEO of the company, and if that company shut down during that COVID-19 pandemic, you was out of the job and the security was running the road.
So let me ask you a question then, you young person with all this hard mouth. Darvin don't wait for government.
No.
I want to ask you a question. I want to know if Darvin wait for government.
Darvin don't wait for government.
Okay, God wait for government?
God don't wait for government. Gabby don't wait for government either.
Oh, Gabby don't wait for government. So why you want to run for government for this little security you're talking about, and then you want to look at me and say...
You got to ask the people whose dream that is.
Caller, you're on the air. Caller, you're on the air. What's the Bahamian dream?
The Bahamian, hey, good day to you.
Good day.
Host. The Bahamian dream, right? I'm talking about a government job. God, I am in my 50s. I think that we basically almost in the same age bracket.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I know people who started out working for government at the age of 18.
Okay.
And the advantage where it comes in is that they obtain a house.
Yeah.
We all know that persons, we have mortgages.
Yes.
Okay? So when you work on that government job, God, you sure that money coming.
Okay.
See, the government ain't gonna never tell you we bankrupt. Right? The private sector. Atlantis could tell you tomorrow. Mark could tell you tomorrow, hey, I'm letting the people go. There's nothing you can do. And the lady who was in there,
Gabby,
she give a good example. You had persons, God, during the pandemic, who were working in government departments, who were home working, and they were still getting paid.
So is the only thing on your list job security? That's the only thing you need as a Bahamian to consider it a dream. What else is on your list?
No, job security is number one, especially if you decide to start a job in the government sector and then you create a family.
Yes, sir.
If you create a family in the government sector at the age of 18, say you achieve a house at the age of 20 and paying rent, that don't make no sense.
Okay.
As a young person, you can start at that age. You can start maybe putting on your down payment or putting aside or put it on fix or saving up money for your house. So when you run 65, when you run in your 50s, 40s, you don't pay for the house. So when you reach 65, all you're doing is reaping your benefits by collecting your insurance.
Okay. Thank you, caller.
All right?
Appreciate you.
That's the number one dream, man.
Thank you.
I mean, in government, all I'm simply saying before I go, governments, right, do not go bankrupt. Remember that. Governments do not file for bankruptcy.
I'd be careful to say that, my brother.
So thank you, caller. So that means that money coming in December, like they say. Next call on the line. Let's go, caller.
Phones are lighting up now.
Go ahead, caller.
They must wake up.
Go ahead,
caller. You're on the air. What's the Bahamian Dream?
Hello. Yeah, I just want to say that the other caller speaking about security.
Yes, sir.
You know, job security. Yeah, many times governments have laid off persons in the past.
They have.
So ain't nothing guaranteed. Like,
Called redundancy.
Have a good career, a good education,
Mm-hmm.
and go forward, no matter who you work for, government or private.
Okay. I like it. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
Caller, you're on the air. You're on Guardian today. What's the Bahamian Dream? Go ahead, caller. You're on the air. What's the Bahamian Dream?
Hello?
Caller, you can call back, please. These texts that came in regarding the Bahamian Dream. Good afternoon, Garth. Great show. My wife and I were looking at getting into beekeeping and backyard farming. Do you teach or can you assist us with this? Garth, if he's in the mood, he'll leave his number for you to reach out to him directly. DeWitt isn't correct. The government could do mass terminations. We know what's going on in the United States as proof positive of that. In fact, the IMF has already suggested that they do so. We hope they never have to. And we all know in the Bahamas it's called redundancy, right? So it's not true that is the case. Third text. Good day. My Bahamian Dream, a house on New Providence or one of the islands that my family is descended from. A boat or a plane. Now you're talking my language. A boat or a plane to get to that second house on the island. The job that pays me commensurate to my education and experience to be able to send my children to any school and to university of their choosing. Man, I love that text. Caller, you're on the air. What is your idea of the Bahamian Dream? Caller, you're on the air. What's your idea of the Bahamian Dream?
Yeah, hello.
Go ahead.
Yeah, government, well, last year, government saying lose people.
Mm-hmm.
A previous caller said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask that question. Well, last year, the government let go.
So for you, security. So that's one of your elements of your Bahamian Dream, job security.
No, well, I wait more at the private sector, but government don't never let go. I can never recall a government say we laying off a lot of people.
No, but I'm asking you, what is your idea of a Bahamian Dream? I don't want to get caught up in what that previous caller said. Yeah. Okay. What's your idea?
A Bahamian Dream if you could own your own house.
Okay.
You have a surplus and you could, buy whatever you want to buy.
Okay.
That's a Bahamian Dream.
Okay. So in your idea, do you need to be married as a Bahamian? Is that a part of your aspiration?
Married as a Bahamian?
Yeah. Is that part of your dream? Do you desire as a Bahamian? You think the average person wants a partner?
It don't have to be.
Okay. And what about education?
Oh yeah, well, education.
Okay.
That's pretty good. You got to get education.
Okay.
For any place, everything in life, education.
You need something.
But for instance, people holler, "I want to be a carpenter." Or you go to school and you learn this, but if you to be a carpenter,
yes, sir,
you got to know how to measure and all of that.
Okay, fair enough.
And a lot of fellas who know. I asked one guy the other day, how much inches is one foot?
1 foot.
You can answer that.
Thank you, caller. Next caller, you're on the air. You're on Guardian today with Darvin, Garth, and Gabby. What is your idea of the Bahamian Dream?
Yes, everything that everybody dreams is everywhere is to become wealthy, but I
okay.
like you guys to address the leaders and the people in the media selling dreams.
Okay.
Dream sellers.
Thank you, caller.
The poor man who who came from poverty dream. Nah, that's no dream.
Okay.
Every young man dreams about having a car.
Okay.
I like this caller.
The poor man, the kind of car he wants is a ride that a poor man can afford.
My Lord.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
That's a poor man's ride.
My Lord. So what's on your list? What's on your list?
My list is to be like what you call it, a freedom fighter, a left wing, a
okay.
socialist leader in this country.
Okay.
That's my dream, is to be successful, to become a socialist leader.
I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for your contribution.
Darvin, I wanna share something with you that someone wanted me to say to you, because they wanted you to talk more about it. And they said that the trade-off for working for government is low pay for security.
Yes.
When COVID came, government should have gotten full salary because that was the trade-off finally paying off.
Wow.
It's only fair. Also, the ability to access capital is easier for government workers because of the security. Banks will give a mortgage to a government worker in the blink of an eye because they know they are getting their cut every month without fail. They get paid before the worker gets paid. So the government job opens doors for others things like a home, education for your children, etc. By the way, this is coming from a former government worker who would rather drag my backside across a field of broken glass before I go back.
That's interesting. No, next call on the line. Caller, you're on the air with Darvin, Garth, and Gabby. What is your idea of the Bahamian Dream? What's your idea of the Bahamian Dream? You're on the air.
Yeah, but I'm not there.
Go ahead, my brother. I'm well.
Yeah, my Bahamian Dream is to be able to provide for me and my family, live in a secure place where I have access to education and health.
I love that. I love that. You're the first person that talked about health. I love that idea. Thank you, caller. So Gabby had mentioned the texter that wronged her. There is a lot of truth to what she's saying. And I believe that the government actually has just changed that policy to now make new employees start to contribute to the pension because it really was a significant benefit. And I mentioned to you guys many years ago when I was campaigning, I had met the folks and I was in North Andros, and a significant amount of them live, that is their sole source of income post-retirement. And anybody who knows how low the pension amount is for people, to think that that's your sole source of income is actually quite scary. But what you have traded off, as she so aptly indicated, is 30 years of your life that you will never get back 40. For a lower than average wage, where you otherwise could have, as I say, you could have taken an educated risk on yourself to go into the private sector or go out on your own like so many of us have to make a better life for you and your family. But some of us make that trade-off. Caller, you're on the air. You're on Guardian today. What is your idea of the Bahamian Dream? Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, blessed. Good afternoon to Garth, Sonic, Darvin.
Yes, sir, and Gabby. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, the Bahamian Dream for me, well, I like to make a joke for you. For some
Go ahead.
the Bahamian Dream might be a Honda Accord. Couple Barker Barkwell in the job to the
True. Very true.
You know, my dream is to really watch my children get old, get a country.
I love that.
A safer country.
Yeah, you mentioned
also,
that before.
basically, don't forget that the most Bahamians, they would like to retire on our islands with some type of.
That's interesting.
You know, that's a dream for me, really.
So you okay?
It takes a lot of money and time. So
okay.
I thought that, and you know, to die, at least one children on.
So living the city, this Nassau city life, you wanna get away from at a point.
Yeah, but you see what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, the study with rodents back in the 40s and 50s shows what happens when you pile up a small place and compartmentalize people. Right?
Absolutely.
You see that? I mean, it's just basic. You're very intelligent.
Yeah, man.
Give thanks. Bless.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you, caller.
Well, Darvin Russell, I have a dream, like Martin Luther King would say.
Notorious B.I.G. said it was all a dream. He used to read Word Up magazine.
Written right there in Bimini, they say, eh?
Yes.
Yeah, right there in Bimini in the Bahamas. Well, I have a stream, and Darvin Russell...
Do I have time to give them mine before we go to 1 o'clock break?
But these people, I just was dreaming that they can come back and listen to us after the news.
My Lord, go ahead.
But if you want to put a commercial in there... I need to give you some of that rockfish, and you wouldn't want to say this microphone. You say, God, could we please bring the commercial on?
God, you
but go right ahead, man.
So this is what I came up with, folks, and then we'll deal with part 2 and 3 after the news. My ability or attempt to encapsulate what I believe would define it for me.
Let's do it.
I would define the Bahamian Dream as follows. I desire to be a happily married individual with children and a mortgage-free home, in a mentally and physically healthy body and mind, coupled with a level of wealth and prosperity in a safe and congenial community environment that gives me a quality of life that would afford me adequate vacations, contributions to charities of my choice, and explore my hobbies and interests as I desire.
Man, you're too deep.
Fun, freedom, fulfillment.
Okay, let's see it. Talk Talk that talk, Gabby.
Hey,
talk that talk.
Give us some of that good music there, man. Give me some Dreamweaver.
We'll be back after the 1 p.m. break. Go ahead,
but y'all too smart, you know. I gotta watch out for y'all folks, man. Folks, this is Guardian Radio Today, 96.9 FM. I'm in the studio with Darvin Russell, the Orkin man, if you didn't know, and Gabby Ineas, the brilliant one. My name is Garth Maynard Roseborough. We're going to be right back after the news.
I believe you can get me through the night. Ooh, Dreamweaver, I believe we can reach the point. Fly me high through the starry skies, maybe to an astral plane.
Don't wait for a storm to arrive. Stock up on hurricane supplies, make home repairs, purchase a generator, and more this hurricane season with a Fidelity personal loan. Make that move today. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
For fast, reliable, and impactful printing services, look no further. Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life. We stand by our quality products that is second to none. Our affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Printmasters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. We can deliver any type of printing services, from banners to booklets to business cards. You name it, we can print it.
Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 30.
Is bigger and better at Burger King Nassau. When you have a big appetite, BK has a royal deal for you. Get a flame grilled double Big King Jr. or an original chicken sandwich plus 4 chicken nuggets, small fries, a drink, and a fresh baked cookie for only $9.95, including that. The royal deal was built for a big appetite, and at $9.95, including that, it's a steal of a deal. Go big and enjoy the BK flavors you love with the $9.95 royal deal at Burger King Nassau.
Wait, you know what's going down tomorrow?
Nobody, what happening?
Joe bringing these knives to school? He could do Junior in.
For what?
Wait, he fooled with Joe girl.
Mother sick. And you know Junior don't back down for nothing. So that means you got a big fight tomorrow.
So whose side you want?
Side? I trying to stay in school, not Simpson Pen. We gotta tell somebody about this fight.
Tell somebody? I ain't no snitch. I mean cool, you know.
Wait, if you so cool, then you need to stay in school and stay for the fight.
Yeah, but if I don't hang on Joe's side, him and these boys coming for me next.
Alright, so we definitely gotta tell somebody. We gotta prevent the fight.
What I say, I don't want nobody call me snitch.
We could just call Crime Stoppers. You could report what you know, and nobody gotta know it's you.
So how do I boy?
All you gotta do is call them, or you text them through the Crack Crime Bahamas app, and nobody can know it's you.
Then the police come looking for me for more info, and when they finish with them, Joe them coming looking for me?
When you call Crime Stoppers, the calls go directly to Miami, and they don't ask nothing about you. Then you can get the pen from them, and they can claim a reward later using that same pen.
Plus, everything's scrambled, so nobody can read what you're saying.
Call 328-8477 from Nassau, or 242-300-8477 from the Family Islands.
This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM.
Yeah, this album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I'd never amount to nothing. To all the people that lived above the buildings that I was hustling from, that called the police on me when I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter. Yeah. And to all my peoples in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby. Shake it. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack Mr. Magic Molly Mall. I let my tape rock till my tape pop. Smoking the bamboo, sipping on private stock. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping Duke? The hard. You never thought that hip-hop would take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight cause I rhyme tight. Time to get paid, blow up like the...
And we are back. This is Guardian Radio Today, 96.9 FM here in the Bahamas. If you notice, I'm putting on my picture voice because why? Darvin Russell says, I said, Darvin, what song do you want? He said, I want the song from Notorious B.I.G. Now, me, I heard about the B.I.G. I heard about them. I think the other one named Tupac.
Yeah.
Them fellas.
Yeah.
I stopped at the Sugar Hill Gang. That's where I stopped and rap. So this new rap thing ain't my thing. But when it comes to Dream,
yes, sir.
This Notorious B.I.G. What the song title is again, Darvin?
It was all a dream. I forget the actual title is up. Juicy, yeah. That's Juicy, yeah.
And then Gabby can say, oh yeah. And so then I looking at the two of them, they're getting down. And then I see Darvin point over to the booth and Chris over there killing himself dancing. I said, what? Man.
Everybody know what time it is, man.
This is an old man's nightmare when the young people don't start to shake up themselves and dance to this type of music. But we jamming with B.I.G. today, and we talking about big dreams today with Darvin Russell, and we had Gabby, and Gabby just brought some more fire to this thing. I got all these smart people around me. Yesterday we had Debbie Bartlett, who's joining the team, and she'll be dropping in from time to time, Gabby. So you have a great lady to mentor you, to take you even further. You see how nice I am?
I know, God.
Okay,
that's why I tell them they can't talk bad, but you to me.
I keep telling these people, I know they run, they don't understand me yet. And then today's my last Friday. It's like what they call a Good Friday. I don't have no more Fridays. So what that means is that Dwight Straw and those felt very, very much confident in me to have still the Monday and Thursday, but at the same time they had enough respect for me to let me go fishing.
My Lord.
You like that?
I like that.
I like that, man. So I got Friday off. And so as a friend, I say, the last Friday, it belongs to Darvin Russell because Darvin has been with me through and through. The reins to Darvin Russell, but I got to do him a little assignment before he gets back to talking with dreams. And this reads, you have heard it. Z Live is moving to 12 p.m. starting next week, Tuesday. So
after the holiday.
The Tuesday coming, right after the holiday, you're going to get Z Live with Chivago Line at 12 p.m. to 2. And beginning next week, Guardian Radio Today, which is this show, will be moving into that spot from 2 p.m. until 4 p.m. And the person who will be hosting that program is Hakun Anku Sarah. That's Cleveland Enos III. So you will hear from him on Tuesday from 2 to 4, again from him on Wednesday, 2 to 4. And we won't be back until the Thursday, and then we're off on next Friday. So what that means then, Slick Me, Slick Me realized I only got one day next week. So what that means is I could go fishing. Oh, how you know?
We're going fishing.
And then let Gabby hold the reins.
He didn't tell me that. He didn't give me the memo Thursday.
And that's what they do.
And Thursday I could get the people what they want.
Sir. Yeah. We got plenty to close the door. Many things happening, buddy. All kind of news. See, okay, y'all want to talk politics, right? And I ain't taking no more Darvin show, but y'all want to talk politics, right? When Gabby come, Gabby is the future. Gabby is the one you talk politics to in terms of building the nation for the future. Garth is the past. I only bring it back to your attention what already happened. But Darvin, oh my gosh. Darvin can go left and right. He can talk politics or he can stick with Garth. So I think I got a good blend here. And then when Debbie comes along, of course, she's a mentor to all of us. And so I think we're going to have a great time here on Guardian Radio today. And so none other than Darvin Russell, sir, you are the big dreamer. You are the Joseph of today.
I am.
And Pharaoh has called you to interpret the dreams today. Lord. And so you'll hear now from my good friend, Darvin Russell, our last Friday, sir.
So now, some of us have Notorious B.I.G. dreams. Others of us have Martin Luther King
dreams. So explain the dreams of Notorious B.I.G.
So I am conflicted.
What's B.I.G.'s dream? What's his dream?
His dream was that Honda Accord.
That's his dream.
It was analogous to what Gabby was saying.
That's what I'm telling you.
It was very material.
That's because when you grew up in the slums, you grew up seeing that only a certain caliber of people could obtain these things.
Yes.
You have to realize that shapes your reality. That alters the way you dream. But when you start to expand your horizon and you get in the presence of CEOs and you realize, I don't have to just dream here. I could break the glass ceiling. No matter how poor we grew up, I could still go to college. I could still become that doctor or that lawyer, that first generation, whatever it is, break generational curses. You have to realize it's what people, you only ras tabulosa. It's the theory that babies, that humans are born with a blank slate.
But guess what?
And they learn based on their environments and what they see.
Darvin Russell, he exudes the confidence of a CEO. Everywhere he goes. The opportunity may not afford him to be there at this particular time for a corporation. But if you ask about ability, he has already prepared himself for that, because somewhere I do believe he dreamt of being the person that he is today.
Been there, done that, yeah.
So
absolutely.
he's gone beyond wishes for me, and he's gone to dreaming.
Yeah.
You, Gabby, I would have assumed that you would have been at the age of wishing, but we've already been given the confidence that you are a dreamer. And your slate ahead of you is huge, and you are prepared to write your dream and to exercise it. And so Debbie has done her thing, and she's still dreaming. And so Darvin Russell, the CEO that you are, continue to lead us into our dreams and tell us what this Bahamian Dream is really all about.
So we for the first hour. So let me just wrap up this segment with going through these 12 million texts as much as I can. This text reads, I want that free $100,000 per year Lincoln Bain promised me in Bahamian Valhalla. Boy, lucky, I love Bahamian. I love my people. No. Usually we ain't talking politics. We just reading the text, man. We just reading the text. Next one. Good day to all. You understand? Right?
That's good for you, God.
Good day to all. The Bahamian Dream is to successfully run a business in my country that will allow me to take care of my family without government assistance and to live abroad. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one, Gabby.
To live abroad.
To live abroad as well.
So you want to be on the boat with God.
Check it out. This ain't the only one. My aspiration is to depart the Bahamas.
Ooh.
Establishing a vacation residence and subsequently relocate to the United States. I am drawn to the dynamic pace of life prevalent in the United States. What a time. The Bahamian Dream is to make the Bahamas Bahamian again. Boy, you all trapsy bad. Good day, brothers. Darvin, Garth, and Lady Gabby. Lady Gabby, boy, look here. Government do let go if staff with wrongful termination or by coding one's salary. My dream is job security, proper health care, and good education for all Bahamians. Man, look here, y'all so smart. I love my people here. To jobs in every category. Then build a better Bahamas for the world to appreciate. That's from the mayor of Grand Bahama. In general terms, the Bahamian Dream is financial independence and home ownership, a good education, and a stable job, usually in the government or one of our biggest economic sectors, thereby breaking generational curses of financial hardship, getting married, having children, and giving them a better life than we have. And finally, the ability to retire without financial worries. I have some smart people. Caller, you're on the air with Darvin, Gabby, and Garth. We're talking the Bahamian Dream today. What say you? I like that laugh.
Boy.
Yeah, well, I will laugh too. Go ahead.
Anyway, it's a story in the papers, right? About Bahamas Real Estate Association, and the president is complaining about what is the government is going to do about high cost of rent.
Yes, sir.
Right? In the country, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, go back about 25 years.
Yes, sir.
When the Ingham administration repealed the Immovable Properties Act.
I remember.
Okay. Now, in that single move, they put into play a whole series of events that we have yet to recover from.
Yes, sir.
That is why this Bahamian Dream is going to be a problem. We don't own much of our land.
Yes, sir.
We don't have access to much of it. I mean, I remember fellas selling off Crown land, prime beach property in the islands. We got to stop playing this game and trying to sell stuff that we can't sell.
Can I be trapsy for a minute with you, if you don't mind?
Please.
One of the things I do not disagree with you, just in principle. Okay, I think that was not the best move for us overall. But one of the things about this conversation that I think gets lost, and I don't want to deviate too much from my topic today, but I want to answer this because this comes up periodically in conversations that I have not yet been a part of, so I'll deal with it here.
Yes.
One of the things that I think is missing from this conversation is the fact that the removal of that provision that prohibited foreigners from owning property, the effect of that really happened only on the margins, if we're truthful. It happened on coastal areas, high-end property developments only. This property appreciation didn't happen in South Beach, Carmichael Road, Golden Gates. No, just hear me out for a minute. Sea Breeze, Camperdown, right? I'm not saying that those property prices didn't increase, but the astronomical rate of increase occurred more on the coastline. What that created, however, was this land grab situation in the Family Islands, which was distasteful to me because you took from families that had who probably didn't realize even how valuable the properties were, sold to unscrupulous people who then ended up reselling. And the government was able to facilitate that also by giving huge swaths of crown land to unscrupulous developers. Yes. But I don't want to digress. So what I would say, though, is a bigger problem with the escalation of home ownership in the Bahamas had to do with the fact, in my humble opinion, with the scarcity of inventory. You do realize that outside of Frankie Wilson, we don't have any real Bahamian developers, right?
Can I add to you?
Sure.
Okay. See, I think that repeal was unnecessary.
Okay. I agree with you, by the way. Mm-hmm.
After the American Civil War, most of the property in this country was divided up between the loyalists and the royalists.
Yes, sir.
So, the guys who are in Bree, they had land to sell. But they wanted to sell something else. And in that same context, they actually sold away the future of many Bahamians.
Yes, sir.
And that's the point I want to make, actually.
No, I appreciate you. And one of these days, I think we need to actually go deep into that conversation on the cost of real estate and rent in this country, because it's come up too often for us not to really dissect it and get to the bottom of it. I appreciate your call, sir. Have a great Friday and a good weekend. Sure. Let me get through these last texts before we move on. Gabby, tradesmen make a lot of money too. Gabby, trust me, it's just hard work. Hence, that's why we have eventually lost beach access. The question is how we could get from our present reality to this nice dream. That is the question of the day. The second part to my question today, before we get lost in the weeds too much, is what is your desire and your dream for the country? So we talked about the dream for you individually. What is your dream for the Bahamas? And I'm going to do the reverse of what I did with the previous one. I'm going to tell you what my dream is for our country. I will read that to you and see if you disagree with my perspective and if you have anything else to add. So I said this: I dream of a safe, corruption-free Bahamas that provides an excellent quality of life for all Bahamians, regardless of income levels, in a citizen-friendly, technologically sophisticated environment where godly principles are the ethos of our community and connection as a commonwealth. That's mine. That's my dream for Mike. Now, some of you, I know Garth so trapsy, he already thinking about something else. But some of you may have different ideas of what you want the Bahamas to look like. Gabby, what is your dream for the country?
I don't disagree with you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't disagree with you in principle at all, based on what you envision for the Bahamas. I envision the same. I also envision a Bahamas where things are passed down to generations, where we stop skipping over generations and we bring in proper succession planning.
Talk about it.
Let's talk about it, God. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about when it's time to go on a fishing boat and fish, that you've successfully mentored and trained up, so you don't have to worry that everything is going to fall apart, and so that they don't stick you in a corner when your hands start to shake and you can't walk anymore. You successfully next generation. That's
I like that,
I want to
actually.
expand that to your dream, Darvin. That's the Bahamas. And I know you mentioned the Christian values. I want to be Trapsy right now and
Go
ask you
ahead.
where Sweetheart and Fall and that.
My Lord, okay.
It is sweetheart and it's concubinage.
Show, hey, y'all stay focused today.
I
Stay
want to know
focused.
where it fall and that because you know.
I didn't mention that in mine. Now, if that in yours and God, I know nurse listening. God, is that in yours?
Listen to me.
I said it by, but I wanted to be Trapsy.
Go ahead, God.
The one thing that has evaded the Commonwealth of the Bahamas,
Yes, sir.
present and past, is honesty. Just honesty. Even in light of the Christian nation that you mentioned, I
Yes, sir.
find many Christian people have been compromised.
Okay.
And the sin of choice in our country is telling lies. The commandment that says, thou shalt not bear false witness,
Yes, sir.
is so easily utilized in this country.
Go
It's
ahead.
unbelievable.
Go ahead.
Because whenever it's made convenient for us to tell a lie and benefit, lies are told.
Gotcha.
If we looked at our country and its history, which we keep away from the generation that Gabby speaks about as to why we're not mentoring and passing this knowledge, Gabby, you have to go back to when Long Key was the economic capital for our people.
All right.
And ask yourself the question, why is Long Key no longer the capital of commerce in our country? You have to ask the question, why isn't Mayaguana and Inagua key ports in our country that is so close to countries like Cuba and Haiti and Dominican Republic and Jamaica and the rest of the Caribbean basin? Why have we not developed these places to be stopover vacation places for people who own expensive yachts and aircraft? Do you know that Mayaguana boasted of the second longest runway in this hemisphere, the entire hemisphere? But we have not utilized it. We have not even really truly conversed about it. We have not tried to develop it. Only now is Mayaguana getting the attention that it needs. There's so much to offer in terms of sisal, in terms of when we talk about Madeira bark, when we talk about all of the natural resources of the country. Gabby, we don't need to pass on this information to you about fishing in this country. The problem with the generational gap is that I'm finding the generation behind us is expecting me to stop the fight that I'm now endured in and start to teach you. And so what happens to the fight? You see? I can't do the two at the same time. Now, Darvin he's a big fan. He's a big fan of doing two things at once. See, he believes in that. Me personally, the fight for us right now, you're talking about real estate issues. You're talking about financial and economic woes and high cost of rent and all these. I'm fighting these fights with you. I am here with you, young people. But when I ask you for your strength, see, I am older and wiser, but you're telling me I'm stupid at my age. That's what the young people tell me, I'm stupid. I don't know what I'm talking about. And at the same time, you want me to give you what I got? So I must be really stupid. So I can tell you carry your assets and your liabilities down the road. I ain't got no time for you, young people who don't understand how this thing go. Now, if you truly want to learn, you got to join me in this fight. You got to prove to me that you are deserving of what I have you. And until then, we got this generational gap. This Bahamas has already presented to its entire citizenry in an honest way what we have to offer.
I got an answer for both of you.
We have been dishonest in that recognition. We do not want to say, oh, the most abundant natural resource in this country is fishing.
Yes, sir.
Millions and millions and millions of fish can feed the whole world. You want me to buy you the boat, right? You want me to get the fishing line, the oil, the hook, the bait, the ice, the food on the boat. You want me to maintain the you want me to do all these things. And then when I reach back to the dock, you will take all the fish.
Yeah. Caller, you're on with Gabby, Darvin, and Garth. What is your idea of the Bahamian dream? What is your dream for the country? Because we've already dealt with the dream personally. So what's your dream for the country?
Y'all can hear me clearly?
We can perfectly hear you, Papa. Go ahead.
Yeah. This is LeBron. Some of y'all know me. Some of y'all
Oh, go ahead. My apologies. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is LeBron here. Now, what I'm saying is, I like how you was talking about earlier about the dream for the country and
Yes,
stuff
sir.
like that. a nice and peaceful Bahamas where all citizens can get along and all that. But I just want to say, the first call to action is action. And when you look at the financial side of it, that's a totally different story.
Yes, sir.
Why people like to migrate to the U.S. because
I got you.
You think so?
I love that.
look at how we, you have a poor family. They live in off a minimum wage, and the minimum wage is below $2.50 that you go to the grocery store that done gone.
Yeah, the minimum wage is below a livable wage.
I think you're an intelligent caller, but I would disagree with you.
In what respect?
Because I live there. I still have a house in the U.S. I can tell you living in the U.S. right now ain't easy. I asked you.
I got another answer for the caller, though, but I think
he's
that's
smart.
a great contribution.
I think he's smart, but it's just that the evidence right now is different. Very much different.
So I'm going to explain to him my perspective on that. Thank you, caller. Next caller, you're on the air with Darvin, Gabby, and Garth. We're talking, what is your dream for the Bahamas?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Darvin, Garth, and Gabby. How y'all doing?
Hey, guy, good.
Mr. Ambassador.
You got 1 good minute.
Who that is?
I might need a minute and a half.
No, man, you got 1 good minute.
So long, I
can give you 67 seconds. You got 67 seconds, Anton.
Well,
Hi, Anton.
Hi, Gabby. And good afternoon to the nation. I wanted to speak from the perspective of what you were touching on relating to, you didn't feel like the property appreciation.
Yeah.
And the coastline communities or upper middle class communities didn't impact the, over the hill communities and what used to be considered middle class communities like South Beach, etc.
Go ahead.
Over the country. And staple in other areas. I wanna differ a little and suggest that not only did it impact the value of property,
yes,
it impacted an entire mindset in terms of rental value.
Yes.
Because of the astronomical, the supremacy of rent and the rate, the swiftness at which the rate of rent and property value would have appreciated after foreigners were able to gouge lots of land in our country for development purposes, right? Partnering with Bahamians as well in developments. We call it the front man per se.
Yes.
It would have taken the dream away.
Yes, sir.
Because the dream is always, if you're at the poverty class, to work towards the working class. If you're at the working class, to work towards the middle class. If you're at the middle class, to work towards the upper middle class. It has taken away that dream and made it 1,000% time off based on how much the property has become out of reach for average and everyday Bahamians, and even for middle class Bahamians. I might add to that bunch, right? I'll end with this, and thank you for the opportunity. Also, pardon me.
No, go ahead, Anton. Go ahead.
Yeah. Also, Garth was saying something that I thought was very important. We have been just giving opportunities to our children, to our offspring, rather than making them to show their worthiness and to earn whatever it is they're going to receive, whether it be knowledge, whether it be support, whether it be finance, whatever the case may be. And so we are, in essence, helping towards developing a lazy nation that doesn't appreciate the value of whatever it is they would have gained, and hence would lose it or give it away within a split moment's notice of receiving it. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
I look forward to the day when you expand.
Yeah, man, because we have to have this conversation. Thank you, Anton. Let me try to tackle a couple of these issues at the same time. It's obvious that this conversation around real estate has to be had, and I think we need to do that Thursday when all three of us are in studio,
next
right?
Thursday.
No, that's fine. No, we on vacation. Gabby next Thursday. Next one. So
just bring me back. I didn't tell you bring me back my old snapper. I ain't on your run.
Old snapper could be poison. You hear say that?
No. So I really think that this is important because we have to dig deeper into this, because so much of this, the subtext of this is so much more economic than people realize. In an organized way in this country to alleviate some of these challenges that people have. The U.S. went through a cycle of boom and bust after the 80s real estate crash, right? Developers stopped building, just completely stopped building. They lost so much money in the 80s, they just stopped building. What is the U.S. experiencing now, 25, 30 plus years later? A boom in real estate prices. That is directly proportional to a supply versus demand issue.
It is.
There aren't enough houses for the people that want houses. In the Bahamas, we have the same underlying problem. Developers don't build houses, and when they build them, they are so profit-driven that it prices the average person out of a market unnecessarily so. There are so many layers to this that we need to talk about
a full discussion.
that require greater ventilation. But let me answer you and Gabby's little tiff prior to us taking the break. This conflict that we have between those that are on the scene getting ready to depart and those that are coming up. I do not believe that the people who are near retirement, 55 plus years old, whatever age you want to do that cutoff at, those 35 years older, are fighting a different fight, actually. I believe that the fight is the same. I think what we are missing is the fact that the fight is a money fight. The fight isn't even an opportunity fight because Garth doesn't want to stay working any longer than he wants to. He is only staying in that position, denying it to you and yours because he has to financially. Why? He's never made enough income. He's never saved enough money. He's never invested properly. Why? Maybe because of lack of knowledge, maybe because of lack of opportunity. But he never did that. So what does he do? He prolongs his retirement as long as now he's post 55. Now he's post 60, and he knows he's running out of time. At a minimum, in his mind, his little humble understanding of finances, he got to at least pay this mortgage off. He still got a mortgage. My daddy didn't have a mortgage. My daddy stopped paying a mortgage before he was even 40.
Most persons just getting a mortgage
Thank you,
at 40.
Gabby.
Mhm.
So the same fight that Garth is talking about is the fact that he bought his home later. You can't even buy a home.
Exactly.
Okay? So in 15 years, you could be just like him, fighting the next 35-year-old like you, because we haven't fixed the fight.
How we break it?
I can tell you right now. Caller, you're on the air with Garth, Darvin, and Gabby. We're talking, what is the Bahamian Dream?
I love the conversation. Good afternoon to all of you.
How are you, my brother?
Good afternoon.
I'm doing great, Gabby. Nice to hear your voice, Garth, as usual. And Darvin, you're doing an excellent job. I really love this conversation
Thank you,
today.
sir.
Let me try to put something in context,
Yes, sir.
if I can, and have you guys expand on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we talk about owning homes and having the ability to own land and everything in this country because they are far out of the reach, especially if the parents today have not passed on land to their children currently.
Yes.
And the children, when they get of a certain age, they will then go out there and look for land for themselves. Let me propose this and hear your views on this.
Yes, sir.
You know, it goes back to the vision and the planning of this country from the first leader, from the UBP side, but let's say from the first Clinton administration to now. Let me see if I can put this into a context that everybody can appreciate. You know, the thing is, the vision that I had for this country upon retreat was that the prosperity level in this country been so grateful in the hands of the Bahamian people that this conversation we have in today would not even be one that needed to be had.
Gotcha.
Right now, as it stands, we have the non-development of our family islands, but for instance, whereas many persons in New Providence would have stayed on their islands had the proper infrastructure been put in these islands to create an economic boom where these persons who own land on these islands would have developed them, had structures on them, perhaps even had Airbnbs, hotels, i.e., and so on and so forth. That vision has not been really, brought forward in the light that many persons would have loved to. Thus, we have this housing crisis. Could you imagine if our islands, our major islands, were all developed to a point where they were self-sustaining? Whereas you wouldn't have the crowd here in New Providence, the hub, where everybody's coming here looking for housing, but it's not going to happen because we have ran out of land here in New Providence. Where is the vision for putting the infrastructure on our family islands to get our people to go back to their individual islands, to begin to develop the land and create their own economic stability?
Thanks, Jeff.
That's not happening. Where's the visionary leaders that we have been talking about for so long? Today, I'm going to tell you, sadly to say, these islands are not going to be developed to the level that many of us would have suspected that it would, because our leaders would not put in the proper infrastructure on these islands to get Nassau depopulated, get the persons who have the vision, who have the wherewithal, who wants to go on these islands and develop them and really bring about a true economic vehicle for the entire country to prosper. That is not happening. This is the conversation that needs to be had.
Thank you, Jeff.
You know, we are like spinning on this ever-turning wheel, going nowhere fast, and we can fix it. But we just need people of vision who wants to propel this country forward.
Thank you, sir.
Fix the immigration, let's fix the housing, let's fix the employment situation, and let's get the Bahamian people prosperous as we deserve to be.
All right.
Taking my call.
We're going to take a break, and when we get back, we're going to continue this conversation in the last segment. What is the Bahamian Dream? We'll be back.
All day, spread love, it's the Brooklyn way. The Moet and Alizé keep me pissy. Girls used to diss me, now they write letters cause they miss me. I never thought it could happen, this rapping stuff. I was too used to packing gats and stuff. Now honeys play me close like butter play toast. From the Mississippi down to the East Coast, condos in Queens for weeks. Sold out seats to hear Biggie Small speak. Living life without fear. Putting 5 carats in my baby girl ear.
This October, let's come together for hope, support, and strength.
It's the Sister Breast Cancer Support Group Dollar Day, happening Friday, October 17th from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., right on the Nassau Guardian grounds, Carter Street.
And the best part? With just $1, you can help make a difference in the fight against breast cancer. Every dollar counts toward awareness, education, and support for women battling this disease.
Come out, drop $1, and stand with us for a cause that touches so many lives.
Join us on Friday, October 17th from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. and let's turn every dollar into hope.
That's the Sister Breast Cancer Dollar Day, proudly sponsored by the Guardian Media Group, Star 106.5 and Guardian Radio 96.9.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in-brand for one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
When it comes to hearts at Cleveland Clinic, you can't miss a beat. You seek the best care possible, work with the brightest minds, and leave no stone unturned to get to the heart of the matter. Because understanding is always the first step to overcoming. For every heart in the world, see how we're advancing the future of heart care at Cleveland Clinic today.
It's time to upgrade the way you enjoy at-home entertainment. Alive Fiber is here. Enjoy all your favorite channels and streaming apps, all at lightning-fast internet speeds with affordable bundles, and it's only a click away. Visit www.alivefiber.com to sign up now. Stay connected, live your life. It's good to be alive.
Don't wait for a storm to arrive. Stock up on hurricane supplies, make home repairs, purchase a generator, and more this hurricane season with a Fidelity personal loan. Make that move today. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Living life without fear. Putting 5 carats in my baby girl ear. Lunches, brunches, interviews by the pool. Cause it dropped out of high school. Stereotypes of a black man.
And we're back. This is Guardian Radio Today, 96.9 FM. I'm sitting in studio today with none other than Darvin Russell and Gabby McKenzie-Eneas. My name is Garth Roseborough. This is our last Friday. Next week, Friday, Guardian Radio is going to try something different, something new. We have not been made privy to what that is, but we will be with you on Mondays and Thursdays of each week from 2 to 4 p.m. And Uncle Surah will be with you on Tuesdays and Wednesdays of each week. And, of course, Z Live, which Chicago line moves up to 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Each weekday. And we're having a great conversation here with none other than Darvin Russell, who's leading the discussion today, along with Gabby Enius. I'm just sitting here, just observing the younger people. I'm the old man in the room, and I'm listening to your conversation. I'm so thankful for you engaging with us at this time. And Darvin, I heard some very, very interesting remarks. I'm kind of like questioning the one about life in America, the dream of America. You have lived there.
Yes, sir.
And I'm just hoping that before the end of the show, you would give the Bahamian people some insight as to how we compare the American dream now, presently, with the Bahamian dream. And I'd just like to preempt and say that I do believe that the American dream has become much more difficult at this time. You actually have a better chance of dreaming in the Bahamas. But this is your show.
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to take it over, so I'm going to turn the microphone back over to none other than Darvin Russell.
Thank you, sir. All right, so let's get to these last few texts before I answer Garth and the caller's questions as it relates to the cost of living issue. Excellent talk show today. We have generations of properties. Now the government is taking one's property away through real property taxes. Why? Work against property ownership that creates wealth for Bahamians. We need a turnaround for a better Bahamas for the future. Y'all ain't see the price of lumber. Okay. Good afternoon. What Jeff is talking about, our government intentionally didn't boom the islands because they had a plan to let the wealthy buy up most of the land to sell to foreigners for the millions they are selling for. And this is why Bahamians can't afford land in their own country. I can't argue with that point. This will be the last call we take before I answer the other questions. Caller, you're on the air. What is the Bahamian dream?
Well, I don't know what the Bahamian dream is because we set a scope for someone to reach. Like back in the day, you would be like, all right, you buy the dream, you buy a house, and you're set.
Okay.
But now, like you just mentioned, the real property, now you then finish working hard to pay for your place. Now they want to tax it. You can't pay for it. They take it back from you. So when does the dream stop? When do you achieve it?
Yes, sir. Fair point. Thank you for your contribution. All right, Garth, let me answer the question for you and the caller. This issue with living in the United States versus living in the Bahamas. When I taught at COB, now the University of the Bahamas, I used to have fascinating dialogue with my students. Missed that time in my life. But one of the things that would periodically come up during those conversations is, man, Mr. Russell, but how you could leave all that money? How you could leave the U.S.? And sometimes I'd burst out laughing at them. I was like, here's my advice to all of you. If you want to go, go. Have the experience, but don't romanticize the place. We have a tendency, because we haven't had the experience, to romanticize America. It's the same thing tourists do when they visit the Bahamas. You romanticize it because you're here on vacation. You don't live this life that we live on a daily basis. So when it comes to the average everyday living, I promise you, you'd rather be poor in the Bahamas than poor in America.
I always say that.
Okay? The way that you benefit, the chasm that is evident that I think Bahamians are talking about between here and there is for college-educated Bahamians only. And that is for what I call the middle part of your life, immediately post-graduation, and maybe for the next 10 to 15 years. And then after that point, living in the Bahamas becomes better again. And let me explain what I mean by that. My niece, who is now maybe 30, 31, means she graduated about 6-8 years ago from Florida State. I ain't gonna call her name because I know she ain't want me talking my business on international radio. But nevertheless, I'm using it to present a point, and I have more than one niece. She graduated, and her offer to go into finance, which was her undergraduate degree, was $60,000+. Watch the dates now.
Entry level in the Bahamas is 38. Level.
Okay. This is 2018. You're right, Gabby.
Okay.
If you work in finance in the Bahamas, offshore banks, big law firms, commercial banks, I would hazard a guess. I stopped teaching at UB in 2010, 11, okay? But in 2018, the entry-level salaries are probably in the neighborhood of maybe 35, 40,000. That's at best. That's the top-tier offer for an undergraduate in the Bahamas with a degree in finance. And the degree in finance at UB comes with a minor in a foreign language. So you are top-tier people, CPA, top-tier accounting and finance graduates. That's what you can expect to make. I would hazard a guess that in 2025, it hasn't changed much from that.
Nope.
People with an undergraduate degree in the United States are routinely, from a good school, making $65,000, $70,000, undergraduate degree. Watch this now. For the next 10 or 15 years, they will out-earn their Bahamian counterpart. All day, every day, and twice on Sunday. They will be able to afford themselves a home faster, a car faster, save easier. Here's what happens, though. The nature of life in the United States, as much as you try to resist it, is very consumer-driven. You feel the need to buy a nicer car every time you get a raise, to move into a bigger house every time you get a raise. So that extra income that you earn vis-a-vis your Bahamian colleague, friend, family member evaporates without you even realizing. So what happens now is if you're not pragmatic, judicious, incredibly disciplined about your money in the U.S., you will find that at 55 and at 60, you are dependent upon a 401k, which hopefully you did, security. Your quality of life will fall precipitously post-retirement because the average American never pays off their home. Never do. What they do is they downsize. They take the equity that they may have profited from and buy something smaller, and the hopes that they die without a mortgage. In the Bahamas, we're one and done. Whatever you buy first is what you die in. We do very little upgrading when it comes to home ownership in this country. That allows you to, by 55, at the latest by 60, your home is paid off. Now, the caller is right. We now have the advent of property taxes, which is what my parents didn't have to deal with in any meaningful way, continuing to allow you to have a payment. So the strategy that I have for my friends that live there versus I live here is somewhat nuanced. In the U.S., my advice to them is always, look, find the relative value proposition where your income ratio to your home rate, the cost of a home, is at its lowest. You move there when at all possible. Pay off your home by 50, 55 if possible, and do not buy another one. In the Bahamas, what I say to you is, you should always buy a multifamily property as your first home. Don't ever buy a single family property in 2025. That's unwise anymore. Why? Because the price relative to your income is too steep. You will never pay that off in any reasonable amount of time unless you are a top earning person. But if you are the average Bahamian making $35,000, $45,000, especially single, you should be trying to buy the nicest home, or the smallest home, in the nicest neighborhood, not that exists, that you can afford. And you let your tenant, plus what you would be paying in rent or a mortgage, add up so that you pay that off as quickly as possible. That's my humble advice. That's what my suggestion would be, and that's why life in the United States appears differently, because the lens with which you're looking at it through is from a very specific perspective that's very nuanced. It is not all people who are making that. That's not even the average person's experience, because the average American still doesn't have a college degree. That's not their lived experience.
Well, we'd like to thank Darvin Russell today for his presentation. I think there's so much more left to be discussed, especially when it comes to land and its value and how we're going to get out of this pickle. This is Guardian Radio Today, 96.9 FM. And as I said to you, we're going to go to a new time slot, 2 to 4 p.m. Z Live is going to move up to 12 to 2 each weekday. And as next week, we're going to hear from Lady Gabby first. She's going to come first at the gate on Thursday. Looking forward to a great discussion with her. She is young, but she is extremely intelligent. We appreciate that virtue coming from her.
We can be listening from the boat.
We thank her husband, who's our number one support. I'm just number two support. She said, how you get to number two, babe? I said, well, that's how July people go, because her husband birthday one day after mine.
My Lord.
So we kind of close like that, but I think her mommy and some other people might come in between. But everything cool, Gabby.
Mommy's July to you.
Okay, oh, good woman. We're looking forward to her Thursday. So, Gabby, if you want to give some words of encouragement to tune in next week Thursday.
What you talking about Thursday? What you talking about?
What you looking at?
Next week Thursday we could be touching politics. We have politics hot on the street right now. The people nagging me. God, you ain't touching it. Mm-hmm. But I gotta pick it up.
Gabby said the block is hot on Thursday.
The block is hot on Thursday. The block is hot.
Look at Chris smiling.
Notice has been given. If you ain't get my money, ring the bell. Ain't cool, charming. I mean, come on, God. What you thought I was gonna do?
Well, I know you're going to do it right. And, you got to tune in. Be here next week, Thursday at 2 p.m. sharp. It's going to be a great time. And for those of you who've tuned in today, we appreciate you. We love you. This has been Guardian Radio Today, 96.9 FM. Once again, thanking Darvin Russell. We're out of here, folks, but you enjoy the music. And Z Live is actually next. And
don't go eat no rockfish this weekend.
No rockfish.
No rockfish.
No barracuda.
No what?
Amberjack. No horse-eyed jack.
No horse-eyed jack.
No. I think
have a great weekend, everybody. Y'all be safe out there.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Others use injections, syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & like my was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Trump's on top.
The sky is the limit, and you know that you keep on, just keep on pressing on. Sky is the limit, and you know that you can have what you want. Sky is the limit, and you know that you keep on, just keep on pressing on. Sky is the limit, and you know that you can have what you want, be what you want. Sky is the limit, and you know that you keep on, just keep on pressing on. Sky is the limit, and you know that you can have what you want, be what you want. Sky is the limit, and you know that you keep on, just keep on pressing on. Sky is the limit, and you know that be what you want. If you would keep on pressing on. Sky is the limit, and you know that you keep on, just keep on pressing on.